Okay, so we have in chapter 16 this week focused on education and sociology. We have 3 case studies to look at. And again, you can use these for your discussion posts if they're appropriate. If you're interested in the topics, look at those case studies. I will have pre-set up discussion boards just for these topics in addition to other issues. So issue 1 is looking at education in Finland. And the question is, why does education appear to be better in some countries, some nations versus others? The U.S. has typically lagged behind, and I think this is a good opportunity to think about what education, 2 issues. A, what education should be or how it should be, and 2, what sort of funding or rights of access should be given to education. The U.S., I think, has gone down over the years in terms of the quality of education and also the importance of it, seeing it as a basic thing that really drives our society and is super, super important for all of us. Second is grade inflation. When is a C or when is an A really a C? So I have to tell you, teaching for over close to 30 years now, in teaching, I think grade inflation has become an issue over the years. And I think often in teaching a class like this, students sometimes are trying to push in certain ways or ask questions like, what does it take to get an A in the class or whatever. So some of that I think leads to grade inflation because of this social pressure, the emotional, psychological pressure that students sometimes place on teachers, not just at the college level, but high school, middle school, and so forth. So an opportunity to reflect on what grade inflation is and does it exist and could we deal with it? And then lastly, money as motivation in charter schools. So charter schools, these non-public schools, there's a lot of debate about their function in society. There's a lot of debate about public schools in society. This is an opportunity to think about how maybe you motivate people to teach at charter schools by paying them a higher salary, which could be controversial because the question is, why are we paying teachers in public schools such low salaries? So quite a few provocative case studies this week to consider in Chapter 16.